But we'll have to find out if we're going to see some of those spicy picks for Game 2. Picks and bans coming at you here.
So, that was a weird composition from Rival. I mean, it was actually, it was okay for the most part. I think their comp as a team fight whole worked pretty well. You had the frontline Athena able to line up the raw snipes. The Chalk is just gonna get a whole lot of farm and mid lane there. Just be very effective. Soul lane Odin doing a lot as well. More about just having that Odin against 3 players you couldn't jump out and one who had to burn her ult to do it.
No respect bans coming out from exceL. Gonna keep going with the same tactic of banning out the big gods like Susano. Meanwhile, Rival ban out Jingwei and Terra, still trying to keep the sustain down. Yeah,
I mean, exceL probably trying to pay Rapio to play that raw again, I think. I don't know, I just don't get why he didn't wait for the taunts. If I'm Zenborne as the support, oh man,
oh god,
it's just hard. Freya gonna be first pick for Rival though, likely going over to Atonement, but who knows? Who really knows?
Okay, would you prefer to see Ra jungle or Freya jungle for Rapio?
Freya jungle, probably. I mean, Freya jungle has been a thing. The clear's pretty good. And you also don't really need to play around taunts. It's kind of a do-your-own thing, and it's really about not getting pressured in the jungle more than anything else. But exceL quickly going to draft 2 frontliners here. I like this, taking away the Athena from Zenborne, also the Fafnir from Zenborne as well, and just a very tanky, controlling front line. I'd like to see them maybe put a little bit more pressure into the jungle this time with that Athena.
They're 2 different play styles, but Zenborne plays them very well, so it's very good to take them away. Yeah. The taunt is just huge to any team added in, and Fafnir with the coerce, depending on who they draft for mid or a magical ADC perhaps, still gonna hurt, but Erlang Shen gonna get picked up as well as Kumbhakarna.
So matching that frontline with frontline, Erlang Shen, could build 2 different ways. He can build pretty much pure tank, be very hard to kill with the, health shield from the turtle, the taunt as well, giving you a massive heal. But you could build that hybrid style as well, where you go for a little bit more damage depending on how you think the game is gonna go. But triple frontline for exceL. It's just got to be a battle of who's going to get the more tankier front line. Guan Yu, though, bringing a lot of healing, and this might force Rival into a Raw if they want to match that sustained style composition. And they're actually going to ban it away themselves. Interesting.
Yep, going to ban out the Raw. Arachne banned out as well, coming out from exceL. Is that troll, or is that something that would go good against?
I mean, maybe just a little bit worried about Rival pulling out some cheese and invading their jungle earlier. Obviously, Guardians do decently well in the early game, but it's always worrisome.
A little bit. Raijin banned out. A nice presence that we haven't seen often in the mid lane recently. We've seen him a lot early on in the split, but then there was kind of a shift from Zeus back to Raijin, back to Zeus, and then now
took a lot of nerfs as well, so
Shock.
He's not as valued in the mid lane. Zeus is going to see play this game, though, and I do like this. So
I'm really liking exceL.
I think exceL wanted to go for the Zeus to begin with. They've picked up, double Guardians, Sustain Warrior as well, and so they have those gods that are going to be able to protect and peel for the Zeus. We know he does a whole lot of team fighting damage. His issue is staying alive to get that damage off, and the comp built around him like this is going to allow him to do that.
He's going to be able to get peel for himself, and because exceL were lacking a little bit of damage, bringing Zeus in really kind of fills that void. But Kukulkan and Anhur picked up for Team Rival, and finishing out exceL is going to be a Hou-Yi.
And Hou-Yi taking some nerfs as well, so we haven't really seen him as much as we used to. We could see only 7 games played, about the same number as Anhur, but not a single win in these 7 weeks, amongst the regions. I'm interested to see what exceL do with them. Welshbeastq actually had a really good game, I think, on the Jingwei. We saw him hit a lot of basics, really out-trading here, and so Hou-Yi is very good at boxing as well with that Golden Crow. Maybe something, maybe a bright spot for exceL in this game too.
I'm still trying to figure out where Rival's going to put all these people.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be Kukulkan in the mid. It's going to be the Anhur in the duo.
And it's going to be Rapio on Freya jungle.
It is Freya jungle. This is actually an old school thing, though.
Freya
jungle is legit. The issue is
it's been around for a while.
Is you get invaded a lot.
Yeah.
Also, the mid heartbeat contest from, I guess it's not bad from Rival, because I guess it is bad because now, so Zeus is really good at mid harpies just because you can chain lightning bounce not only the minions if no one's there, but also onto the opponents if they get close. And while Rapio and Kukulkan kind of stay back, someone's got to be in that range, and it's more than likely going to be the Freya. You don't want to take those chain lightning stacks.
Do you think we're going to have the same issue that we saw with the Chronos jungle earlier on this morning, where these hyper carries aren't going to be able to find enough farm?
He has purification, so he's already doing a better job than Predators did.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know why he went Blink Wrath. My man was just not, he's just like, I'm just going to kill people. Then he was 1-7, and so it was the opposite.
It's aggression to the max, for sure. But standard starts, no invades, no cheese strats, no Talaria boots and Sunder. Going straight on through 20 seconds in, and I'm curious to see who wants to take the early game, because it all kind of focuses around these mid harpies and then who can get the fire imps as well.
I mean, if I'm exceL, I'm probably trying to push the issue as much as possible. Not that their composition is like designed to destroy early game, but there is a lot of trouble for Rival to really stop them. And you could see this right now. Chain lightning stacks, I think, secured both of those. Hard to tell.
Experience definitely going in their favor, but it looks like one went to them.
Yeah,
but we're going to have the
trade out.
rotation coming out from exceL onto the Fire Imps. Mango Man making that a priority, which I think is a great move.
And that's always comfortable for your Guan Yu to be, gaining lane control here. Jeron going to find a taunt, but take a lot more damage than I think he wanted to in return. Those archers really shredding through the Athena. Got hit by the tornado and the slow as well. So Watson doing a good job of countering that aggression by exceL.
And picking up those Fire Imps, also going to let Mango Man hit level 5 sooner, as long as Gnome doesn't get any extra damage or find a kill onto him. But Watson going to keep Elexum at bay. A little bit of damage coming through with the tornadoes. And then he's got Rapio here too with those pulses.
And that's the thing. You saw Elexum just walk straight through the tornado. Low-level tornadoes from Kukulkan don't do a lot of damage.
Nope.
You can just walk through them. Now, once they're rank 5 and, there's penetration boots online, that's when they become scary. But really good job. Just that's matchup knowledge from Elexum, knowing that it's better for him to get into this wave, take a little bit of bonus damage from the whirlwind, just to make sure that his minions don't get pushed under tower and they lose all control.
It was a nice call from exceL there, but they're having a harder time in the duo lane where they got completely pushed back into the tower. Not even close. They had to hide behind the tower because Rival have so much pressure right now. And speaking of pressure, Mango Man feeling it as well, forced to dash away because Gnome doing wonders right now.
Gnome almost close to level 5, I think, and
if he
had 5 there, that would have been a kill on a Mango Man as he tried to dash away, but he couldn't clear out the minions. Doing a great job of poking out. We did see Mango Man the first to rotate to those fire imps, and I actually think that it took him a little bit longer than he had wanted, and that actually gave the ability for Gnome to gain that lane control and put the pressure on when he came back.
And a little bit of unnecessary damage taken as well, forcing him back, so he's not going to be able to clear at the same time as Gnome. So you have to be careful. You're going to take that damage and you're going to have to back off. And then if you lose minions to that tower, that's extra experience that you're missing out on.
And now Rival rotating over, knowing that they can gain control of these fire elementals back in their favor. And actually, it's a full rotation. Look at this Anhur and Kumbha just looping around behind. Jeron has no idea.
Nice loot, root. I can't talk.
I could tell, and Elexum going to be in a lot of trouble as well. Rapio finds the kill there. Unfortunate. I mean, they get the kill anyway, but the Kumbhakarna not level 5. If he's level 5 there, he could get the guaranteed kill with the knockup.
Whoop is the word I was looking for, and that helped them find a kill. Elexum going to be the first to fall, and first blood coming out for Team Rival. And because of that, I like the call. They're going to fall back, take their own camps, just to make sure that exceL don't try and pull anything, try to take advantage of the fact that they want to farm back up.
I don't really think that the Raw was a legit strategy coming on. I know. I'm crazy, right?
Yeah.
Clearly a legit strategy, but
super crazy.
Rivals seem to be taking this game a lot more seriously. The Freya jungle is going to struggle in this matchup if exceL can gain control and start invading. But now that he's made it at least through the first spawn of buffs without having any pressure, this is when Freya starts to get comfortable, because we know what Freyas can bring into team fights once they get their items online. And he is going to have a trouble. There it is, just straight away, looking for the taunt, but no follow-up.
No follow-up. They already used the hammer to try and stun him out, which was juked. He did get taunted, but backed off and didn't even use his purification in the process, so that is still available.
That's one thing you want to do as an Athena. Try and bait as much purification as possible. That's what you want to do against the Athena. make sure that there's going to be follow-up damage, and that was a good job by Rapio, recognizing that Zeus had used his abilities on the lane, so he wasn't going to be able to dump a ton of stacks into him. He didn't have Chain Lightning, he didn't have the shield at all, and so he's just recognizes the situation he's in, and he's able to hold his relic instead of burning it and, potentially being open to ganked for the next 3 minutes.
That's the patience that we didn't get to see last game. Atonement popping the ultimate, but Welshbeastq gonna keep him at bay, and the Gold Fury is still gonna go the way of exceL, but Mango Man gonna be able to take out Gnome in the process and just continue that small lead.
Great job across the map from exceL, sneaking the Gold Fury. You can see not a single ward on the map for either team, actually, right now. No one just had a good back timing, was able to keep vision on that. Atonement recognizes it's going on, but Welshbeastq just peels off from the rest of his team, stuns the Anhur, making sure he couldn't steal it away. And then, again, Mango Man, not exactly sure what happened, but found a solo kill against Gnome. That's what you want if you're exceL. Success across the map.
And Atonement tried. He popped the ultimate. He was trying to just get that last hit, help try to steal it, but unfortunately it was not the case, and he didn't have the opportunity to try and jump into the fight because, like we mentioned, he was being zoned out pretty hard.
Surprisingly low damage coming out from Rival and exceL. The Zeus only 653, because we saw Jeron, dash forward, taunt a couple times, but it doesn't really seem like exceL are following up off that. I'd like to see them abuse that a little bit more, and you can see now rotating over to the right-hand side. Does find the taunt. Gnome's taunt goes through as well, so we will get a heal here soon.
We're just waiting for it to show up. It's going to be there, but very little bit. There it is.
Yeah.
Gnome going to be able to get away, but forced CobbY's ultimate for nothing.
Yeah, I thought he had got the heal through the last time, but it was actually knocked up and canceled. But Mango Man going to loop around the side. Gnome having a lot of trouble in this matchup. Mango Man does find the kill, and he horses away, but here comes Rapio around the corner.
And CobbY is already useless because he's going to hit right back into the dwarf form, so he's not going to be able to bring out that damage. Instead, try to put some CC, but there's going to be a scatter.
And Watson dropping the ult there, just trying to get away. Didn't wait for the Kumbhakarna set up. I think he was just a little bit worried about Rapio coming down out of his ultimate and getting picked up off of it.
Just a little bit, but a lot of aggression just to keep down their own speed buffs. Like I said, I like the fact that they did that earlier on, but they almost lost it at this time.
And now, 6 minutes in, exceL are in a very comfortable spot, but Atonement taking this 1v1. He's got to back up. The gap's been closed. Good purification. And Jeron not even attempting to taunt in that spot. Just kidding. I don't know the angle he's aiming at. Atonement actually doing a great job there of actually peeling away from the wall, making sure that, even at the perfect bounce, the angle wouldn't be there. Or the distance wouldn't be, allow him to get hit by it.
There's a reason why I call Hui the god of geometry, and it is because you can pull so many awesome plays off that ricochet. Unfortunately, there's no Thor to bounce through, but it's still nice when you can find it in these small corridors, these small buffs, and these hallways leading in to the big lanes.
And that's what you do too, is if you know which wall he's trying to bounce it off of, you can just... It's two things. You can either get really close to the wall, so it's really awkward for him to at least even double bounce you, or you can go far away from the wall, so even if he does hit the right angle, the distance doesn't get to you. And that's what we saw from Atonement there, just making sure that even if Welshbeastq is a master at getting those angles, he's just too far away for it to connect.
Gnome pops the ult once again because that is a gank attempt coming out from Jeron. Mango Man now in a pretty rough spot, and Gnome's still doing pretty good. Healed back up. And Mango Man's just stuck between the two towers.
He's got it back, and we really need to see Gnome stop this. Great job recognizing that. You could see the rotation coming in. Mango Man thought he would be able to get away for free. Now caught on the wrong side of this tower, but the pin's gonna miss.
Yeah, but the pulse is not. Lots of damage, only for the first one. There's the second one and the third, and Rapio gonna bring in the kill. And now the tower taking quite a bit of damage, but doesn't fall, so they saved it, and they found the kill.
Also, nothing Mango can do there. I think after he recognized that the gank wasn't going to be successful, he probably should have just went out the top side of the tower, but instead elects to go to the bottom side, tries to back in. Just great recognition by Gnome. We saw the rotations on the minimap coming from all of Rival. He just makes sure that Mango Man can't back for free, keeps him in combat there. The rotation finds the kill.
Yeah, but no fire imps to take advantage of. Instead, maybe able to find Rapio and take advantage of him. Nice double CC, and Rapio gonna be just fine because Zenborne here to help bring in the peel. The Mez and the Root gonna be good. Epic uppercut. They know exactly where he's coming down, and Watson brings the pain.
That's what you need to see. The follow-up with the big mage ultimate off of the CC from the Kumbhakarna. Perfect timing coming out between Watson and Zenborne. This is how you play it, Rapio. This is how you play it. You let the... Well, not like that. But you let the Kumbhakarna actually hit the yawn and the ult, and then you hit your ult.
CobbY putting a little bit of damage on, but is going to come out of that dragon form. Zenborne taking a good bit of damage from just one detonate charge. Meanwhile, Atonement able to dodge out, but that is going to be the Athena ultimate and the 9 Suns. Atonement not going to be able to get away, popping the Purification and nice the CC timing. Ultimate. The timing's still good, but he's not going to be able to juke forever. He's got 4 members here, and Elexum going to bring the shield and end his life.
Nice attempt. Mango Man actually under tower, taking a lot of damage, and Gnome with the spam taunts. You got him the first 2 times, Mango Man, but not the 3rd time. Great job by Gnome there, able to survive that gank, get the return kill, or not gank, excuse me, just solo attempt and get the return kill. Watson caught way out there, trying to sneak the Gold Fury over the wall. And exceL aren't going to let that happen.
It would have been really nice if he had his ultimate because they were all in that small corridor. They all 4 would have been hit, but Elexum bringing in the storm. Gnome going to be able to dash out quickly. Zenborne took a good bit of damage from the detonate, and that's going to be 2 charges in, but Jeron going to get rooted so Gnome and Rapio can dish out the damage. Rapio actually getting credit for the kill. 3-0-1.
Watson dies there, throwing that tornado over the wall, but he gets so much damage off that just the 2 members, Rapio and Gnome, were able to rotate in and finish off those players and just put a little bit of extra poke damage into the others who are forced back. Now, Mango Man, good timing. Gold Fury's already been completed, though. Looking for Zenborne, but his passive is up, and that Mez going to make it real hard for him to finish him off. Zenborne going to manage to stay alive. Mango's got to back off, and Rival get the Gold Fury.
I like the warning spear that Atonement threw as well. Just so you know, we're zoning him. You want to go get near him? We're just going to... Just zone.
Just zone.
Just zone.
Only
I like
zoning.
zoning.
And Mango Man, I mean, he started off really confident. We actually saw him with a 2-level lead. He was level 11 to 9 when we saw him go underneath, in between the tier 1 and die. And since then, we've actually seen Gnome level up past him. So we got 3 levels by the time Mango Man has been able to pick up 1 level in the past 2 or 3 minutes.
We're still seeing the legit comp coming out of Rival, but I still think it's a little bit closer than they're comfortable with. The Root and the Med's going to be good, forcing the Dragon ultimate once again. He still has a little bit of tick damage from the tornadoes, but nowhere near what he would have taken because he did have some of those immunity frames, so he's not going to get hurt while he's transforming.
The big thing there is that he was worried he was going to get ulted by the Kumbhakarna straight into the Spirit of the 9 Winds.
Yep.
Thoth is online for Watson there. I don't know if he would have died from the damage, but it would have been really close instead, just trying to play it safe. Pops his ultimate, stays alive. But now Zenborne is going to have that ultimate instead for this Zeus. Good Zank, though, going to keep him alive. Way too early from Watson.
Sanctuary going to be good, but Rapio still trying to chase. He's 1 pulse away, but because of the zoning and the damage coming out from Elexum's ultimate, it's better to just go ahead and back off. But good setup from Zen.
And that's the strength in this lineup. You have a Zeus who, you really want to try and focus down and kill, but the issue is there's 2 Guardians and a Warrior that are just going to be peeling for him the whole time. That's what happens there. Great hammer coming out from that Fafnir, and Zeus just walks away.
Mango Man has no mana. He's only able to heal himself up once, and Gnome able to heal himself with the ultimate, taunt him back in. The pin gonna miss, however.
That's the bait issue here that Gnome's having. He hasn't been able to connect those pins right in the middle where it's doing the root and cripple, which guarantees his follow-up off of exposed weakness after, he gets those 3 free increasing damage hits in, but he just hasn't been able to hit him. Mango Man, though, spending his mana on to heal, now doesn't have the mana to clear this wave, and his mana buff's up. And so he's just going to be stuck there swinging at these basic attacks. And Gnome recognizes this too. I mean, he's just going to keep him under tower now and actually taking a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, but CobbY also recognizes it. Makes the rotation just to try and get a little bit aggressive onto Gnome. The pin's still going to hit, but not for the cripple, not for what they want it to. The Mez coming through. The cavalry has arrived, and Zenborne trying to make the play, but CobbY forcing the dragon to keep them off of the enemy solo laner.
And Gnome's going to be fine with this. He doesn't care at all. Actually, still going aggressive. Gnome does have have his ultimate, and Watson doing a fair bit of damage as well. But Mango Man TP's back to the lane. Full mana. He's going to be fine from now on.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But I like the box fight and how that didn't necessarily go in Mango Man's favor. He's been so aggressive and he's been punished for it multiple times.
I mean, this is just the item difference. Attack speed boots picked up from him. Rapio in the mid lane, trying to find Jeron, and actually this could be free.
Yeah, it's going to be free. There's one more hit left, and Rapio going to be able to find it with the ultimate. A good bit used just to get that one kill, but it's still every little bit counts.
And that's the combo we've been seeing. Watson doesn't have the best timing with it right now. Probably doesn't get a lot of practice with a Kumbhakarna support and a Kukulkan ultimate. It's just something that he doesn't have a lot of experience playing in scrims, I'm assuming there. But they're still doing exactly what they need to do. Rival just dash forward with the Kumba, CC 3 people, and then pick a target. They try and go for the easiest target. Sometimes they have Sanctuary up, and so they reduce a lot of the damage, but they're just repeatedly doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it over again. I think all 5 assists for Zenborne are off of that kind of combo damage.
Can we see wards placed? Because I'm seeing a lack when it comes to Team Rival here.
Wow.
There's not a lot on the board from everybody.
It's not only everybody, it is the fact that your support and jungle Athena have 0 wards on the map. Those are the people that are supposed to be warding the most in the game. Surprising there, though. Rival still up right off that Gold Fury, off of a couple kills as well. And a jump forward from Atonement. He wants to take this fight. Every time we see this, though, Athena comes down on top of him.
Yeah, and he's using the ultimate, going to hit a couple of spears, but not enough to really bother Welshbeastq. It's when Rapio makes the return to the side lane that Welshbeastq starts to worry, pops that ultimate, but Rapio's still going to be able to find him, and this is the difference from what we've seen earlier on. Now a 3-man rotation from exceL onto Rival. They want to lock down Gnome, but he is going to be able to pop that ultimate. Even though there's nothing to taunt, he's still going to heal.
This is really surprising coming out of exceL. They rotate 4 members to the right-hand side of the map just as Gold Fury spawn. It doesn't even matter if Gnome dies here. This is not an issue at all for Rival. Unless the tier 2 gets taken, left-hand side, Gold Fury is going to go the way of Rival uncontested. But, I mean, with the answer back, a tier 1 and tier 2, that's probably worth. It's probably pretty close to equal for exceL.
Well, you can't forget, too, Rival. You see Atonement on the left side, took down this tier 1.
Yeah.
Another rotation onto the tier 2. So even then, it would still be worth because they're trading out 1 extra tower plus the Gold Fury.
And Ho-Yi trying to get there as soon as possible, but this tower is just going to fall. I love what Rival do. They recognize that there's 4 members on the right-hand side of the map. They don't need the Anhur to help them do Gold Fury. Nope. As long as those people are still sieging the tier 1, the Anhur can split push for free. If they had rotated the Anhur to help with the Gold Fury, they probably don't get that tier 2, at least not without contention from exceL.
And now we're finally seeing a little bit of a lead coming out. Rival on top, close to about 4,000. It's definitely been a slow burn this game. This is as high as it has been. 5,000 experience too in favor of Rival.
I mean, kills across the map from both teams doing a great job of isolating out targets. Rapio doing a whole lot of damage, has some items online, but he's surrounded by 3, forced to ultimate, and that Sanctuary going to immune the damage from him. He's going to land straight into a taunt, but no one in position to follow up from exceL, and another good juke onto that hammer. Coming back a lot onto this Fafnir.
And CobbY taking a lot of damage because of it. Gonna be forced to back off from a situation that was a 1v3. That was a 1v3 and Rapio survived.
And that's Freya with, 4 items now, has the boots, Spear of the Magus, Demonic Grip, Fatalis, shredding these opponents.
And I feel like
absolutely shredding.
That's the difference that we've seen previously when we had the jungle Kronos, because he wasn't able to find that farm. Mango Man, trying not to be farmed himself, is going to be out of the tornado before it strikes the first tick, so he's not going to have to worry about that extra damage.
And there you saw once again Atonement or Zenborne trying to set up that kill, but the issue is Watson wasn't in position with the Spirit of the 9 Winds to follow up and secure it afterwards. He started looping around that blue buff afterwards, and just, it's too risky for him to just try and ult a Guan Yu. It's way too easy to juke in those scenarios, and so just holds on to it for now. Doing a good job, though, going actually double stacking, which is incredibly risky to go, but it just works so well with this passive, converting mana into extra power.
Team Rivals sifting through the enemy jungle, checking these timers because they haven't really been able to steal too many buffs. Instead, go through and maybe even steal this Fire Giant, but they have been sniffed out. Jeron is here, but going to dash away before they take too much damage.
They actually could commit to this, but against the Fafnir, who has a Wrath, it's a little bit too risky. The Kumbha has a Wrath as well. They had Spirit. Rival have a really good composition to destroy a fire giant.
Yeah, but exceL would be able, if CobbY came in, force the ultimate, and then able to just use that Wrath, he would survive long enough to steal it, even if he didn't have it himself, but instead, gonna use the Dragon to try and help out his team. Spirit of the Nine Winds coming through, but not gonna be able to take anybody's life. Instead, Elexum gonna get rooted out in the back, Jeron coming down from his trip, gonna be a nice root, and then a little bit of damage taken from the tornadoes.
Oh, and actually, Rival having to jump away right now. Good job from exceL playing back. And again, Watson connects that ultimate, but onto a very tanky lineup. This is the strength of exceL. They have so many protections in their base kits. It's only Elexum and Welshbeastq that are there for the damage. Everyone else is entirely setup, peel, and protection, and they're fighting around that front line.
But they only have Zeus here because Hui is on the opposite side being zoned out by Rapio. So now, a little bit of a disadvantage coming out from there.
And actually, interesting enough, I do like this style. It's very Eager-esque. We see the healing rod of Asclepius, being picked up by Elexum in the mid lane. Doesn't have a heal in his kit, but what that's going to do is give him that extra health, extra movement speed, and also the meditation coming out of the Guan going to do a little bit more. Rapio deep into this jungle trying to take out the Athena, but I don't really know what that was about. A little bit of a questionable play from Rapio, I would assume.
He wanted to make a play. He wanted to take out Elexum, and then at that point, the Athena was so low. Jeron was a nice, tasty target that he wasn't able to lock down. He's gone 1v3 before in the mid lane, but when you're in these small camps, at that point, there was just too much going on for him, and with the CC, he wasn't able to get out.
Not giving the respect that exceL deserve, I think. exceL, honestly, both these games, they've been playing pretty dang well. CobbY gonna have to jump away from that, but I mean, this Fafnir hits his hammers when it's in line. It's really only been people that are excellent at juking that have been able to dodge them. The Athena's been very aggressive, you know, trying to set up the taunts. They just seem to be having some issue with positioning, where we're seeing a lot of people get caught out. Most of Rival's kills have been off of just Kumbhakarna Mez ulting one person.
Gold Fury is going to be up here in a little bit, so I want to see these strategies and these wombo combos really come into play to lock down the objective once again, because we're 21 minutes in, gold still counts. We're not to that point where it's just bare bones strategy and Smite.
Yeah, it's going to be quite, that's, you know, 35 plus minutes when, and that's only assuming the game has been competitive.
Exactly.
And not completely one-sided. You could see most players with only 3 items completed, some with their 4th being worked on right now. But the double stacking from Kukulkan, it's going to be great once you're full build, but the power curve is so brutal for it. You can see only 45 stacks so far for Watson, 22 minutes in.
We're only going to see the last couple of pulses hit coming out from Rapio, but it's enough damage to make Mango Man worry. He hops on the horse, and the distance is going to be too great for Rapio with the Valkyrie's discretion.
Unfortunately, though, has to burn Meditation, Sprint, and Shell were all popped to keep him alive. Those are big team fighting relics, not going to be available for another 2 minutes. And Rival know it. You can see him starting to pressure out this right-hand side of the map.
Even though the left-hand side is open for the Gold Fury, they don't want to let this Fire Giant go, because that's Rival's opening to take out the rest of the objectives that are still on the map for exceL, and it's exceL's opportunity to get a leg up on Rival, who have a small lead.
Ever so small, but still could be enough here. Mango Man now looping around. He's had a really great set, I would say.
He really has.
I mean, last game, just on the Sobek, doing a really good job of controlling Rapio's Raw in the backline. This game, got a couple early kills onto Gnome, I think one of them being a solo kill. That's not the easiest thing to do. Gnome's a pretty tenured player in the EUSCL, and just rotating around the map when he really needs to be. Now it's just time to play that Sustain God, though, kind of play around his composition, make sure to keep that Guan, or excuse me, that Zeus healthy in every fight he can.
So now these dances have evolved from just hanging around the Fire Giant, waiting for an opportunity, to heading back to the left side, clear out the minions, make sure you don't get tower damage, and then back over to the right. You have buffs that you can still take that exceL could swipe out from under you if you aren't careful.
And now actually exceL going to be grouping up on this Gold Fury. They put Mango Man on the right-hand side of the map, which forced Rival to respond over there, and they're going to be a little bit late to the mid lane. But actually, Rapio still sticking over here, trying to deal with Mango Man, who's just out juking him like crazy.
Yeah, I think only 2 or 3 of those hits, so now that's going to be a lot of damage. They missed out on a good whoop. This time going to be able to knock him up, get a lot of damage, and force out the ultimate, and he's still just going to circle around. They're wasting wasting so much time when there's another big fight on the left side. Valkyrie's discretion, one more hit, and he's still gonna miss. It's gonna be the pin from Gnome.
But that's gonna be Gold Fury picked up by exceL. Because of that, ult is forced. This is trouble for CobbY, who's gonna be knocked up once again. And Atonement answers. That's gonna be 2 kills the side of Rival, but Gold Fury goes the way of exceL. Still down about 3,000, but with 2 members down as well, this is an opportunity for Rival to group up. You could see him stripping the buffs on the right-hand side and then grouping up in the mid lane, looking to siege.
They're going through this jungle like a fine-tooth comb, and they're going to have the split push coming out from Gnome as well, because the tier 1 tower is really close to dying over on the solo side. They take the tier 1 tower in the mid, and the tier 1 on the right side is still going to fall too.
2-man taunt, but the issue is Elexum not in position to follow up, and that's a blink as well, wasted onto that Athena. Going to make it very hard now. Rival are going to be able to get this tier 2, and great job. I mean, big win for them. They did lose Gold Fury, but they got a tier 1. They got 2 tier 1s, yeah, mid and right-hand side of that tier 2 and mid. They got 2 kills as well. Really have opened up the map off of that. And we saw MangoMan stay way too long. I mean, he probably could have just ulted out at the beginning there, but instead trying to juke a little bit too long. I think he had debated, honestly, trying to turn around and kill the Freya.
Probably, but we're 24 minutes and 50 seconds in, 9-5, and seeing a almost 6,000 gold difference lead for Rival. 8,000 experience because we don't have the level 20s across the board yet. And
now it's going to be the Fire Giant, at least grouped up on by exceL. They got to think that that's Rival's next point to look at. No Gold Fury. And Rival have a lead that they don't want to wait another 5 minutes for exceL to close that gap. You can see their item spikes starting to come in big here. Almost a full build coming out from the Hunter Atonement. Just looking for his last crit item. The Mage build also, we talked about the double stacking, now has Obsidian Shard, working on either a Polynomicon or a Pythagoreans piece. Probably Pythagoreans, enhance that damage from Freya.
It'd be nice, for sure, but I think he's going to build... I want Atonement to build into Blood Shuriken and Doom, because that would be nice. Lots of crit, lots of power coming through.
It's Wind Demon.
It's Wind Demon, yes, but Atonement's still going to be able to dish out the power no matter what the item is called. 9-5, and Rival have been sticking pretty strong, but it's really nice to see exceL still stand toe-to-toe with them, considering we're looking at opposite sides of the spectrum.
I'd like to see a green backpack of excellence come out from exceL against this Freya Kukulkan. Don't know if I'm going to get that, though. Rival do get the ultimate from MangoMan and the Athena ult there. Really worried that Rival were going to keep up that fight, and I mean, Rival don't spend anything for those 2 ults. That's big. Now they could start looking at this FG better. exceL are trying to make plays right now, and they're going to be able to rotate on over and try to stop Rival at any point, but they're also still not being reactive. They're waiting for Rival to try and do something, and I'm not really sure what exceL's game plan is, because they're so scattered. I'm seeing them over here on the right, then I'm seeing them over here grouping up. Like, they don't even know what they want to do. I mean, it's really about playing around this Zeus. Let the Hoyi, for the most part, peel for himself. You could probably send one of the supports just to pretty much piss off Rapio or Watson. Just have the Fafnir. That's one of the things about Fafnir, is that he's really good at picking a mage and just sticking onto him. It's very warrior-esque. Normally you like to have your warriors like a Robin or an Osiris or an Amaterasu kind of stick on those backline mages, but that's honestly something that Fafnir does very well as well. And you have ManLikeJeron, who could probably look to be more of those peel-style gods, looking to protect Elexum. exceL gonna keep trying to get this game as long as possible. They're a good bit behind when it comes to experience, and if they can just stall this out, then the game is going to be a lot more even, less one-sided for Rival. Right now, Fire Giant is surrounded by both teams. They know that, I mean, this is the next fight. This might be the fight that decides the game. Whoever wins that can really just start knocking down those Phoenixes. Couple towers left open, and Gnome caught out. Very low. Nobody gets stuck between 4 members, and now we're seeing some action. A good whoop gonna just stop the onslaught, and the ricochet barely gonna miss. Not gonna be down for the count, and instead we're gonna see exceL start going through this jungle and trying to find their picks. Rapio forced to use that purification, and Zenborne not able to peel for the rest of his team on the left side. 2-man stun as well. This is gonna force Rival continue to split up. Relics burned left and right, and Watson caught by himself. Spirit of the Nine Winds just dashed straight through. Great job by MangoMan. The taunt as well. MangoMan finds the kill onto Watson. Gnome is here to help protect him, but Gnome could get turned on as well. He managed to get out. Atonement very low as well. And exceL find a fight.
Zenborne gonna find the stun, and now they're gonna collapse in and dish out everything that they can onto the Kumbhakarna. That's gonna be the pass. I mean, did you see how quick those 8 hits were depleted? CobbY getting credit for the kill.
Still 5 members alive. They have a Guan as well. There's a ton of options for exceL. They could bang out these towers, get the Gret buff as well, and then just back off. They could look for Fire Giant. The call right now is towers. They want to make sure that these Phoenixes are exposed the next time they win a fight, or if they are able to take that FG and siege up. And now they're not wasting any time. 16 seconds and a blink taunt.
They're gonna keep going, force out the purification, force out Atonement so he can't dish out the damage. The Phoenix is already being aggressed upon, and at this point Atonement isn't dishing out what he wants to. The taunt's still gonna be good, and Gnome gonna get pulled right back out. Gonna get able to find Mango Man, but he's gonna lose his life in the process. Jeron getting credit. They're able to lock them down and keep them running, but that was a great move by exceL.
Overextension, though, did turn bad for them for Mango Man. Great job by Gnome picking up that kill, and the team also manages to defend the Phoenix. That's the big thing for Rival. If they have fire minions they got to deal with in that mid lane, it becomes a little bit troublesome. And exceL, I mean, it was a nice attempt, but they probably could have just taken the tier 2 on left or the Gold Fury, played it incredibly safe. But now this is going to open up Rival to attempt this Fire Giant off of that.
They're trying to zone out CobbY, who's taking a lot of damage from
dead.
Rapio. At that point, you are gone. Freya able to erase you and erase this Fire Giant. Nobody's close enough, and that's going to go, and that's huge for Team Rival.
Brutal. Okay, Rapio. By himself. Athena's going to ult down as well. Rapio is in range. Takes to the sky, though. He does manage to find Elexum, but he is in a lot of trouble here. The rotation from his team, that is not worth your level 20 Freya. You take out the Zeus, sure, but you're too vital to your team. And Rival, I mean, exceL are just going to take that. They are incredibly happy with that trade-off.
Exactly, because Rapio's not going to have that Fire Giant buff, which is huge. He's not going to be able to shred as hard when it comes to these last structures.
And I guess the worst part for exceL, obviously losing their main damage source, so now they're going to have to rely on Hou Yi, but that's also one less backline for them to protect. Right-hand side, Rival just going to walk into this tower and take it. Zenborne's going to ult, but there's no combo. It's just for peel. It's just for pressure.
Nice 2-man mez, and the epic uppercut going to send him in. Here comes the Spirit of the Nine Winds, but that is the Sanctuary popped, so Welshbeastq will survive once more. Nine Suns coming down, but Watson's still going to be able to find it with the damage from the tornadoes, but now CobbY trying to turn on the aggression. Atonement getting his first singe from that acid, but Mango Man forced out once again. Watson able to find it with the ticks.
Big plays coming out from Rival right now. You could see still in the backline, Jeron trying to juke out as much as possible, but I mean, it's surrounded by 3, walks into the tornado. Atonement gets the last hit. It's only 2 members left alive right now for exceL. Elexum has respawned. CobbY managing to stay alive, but that dragon form's got to be ending soon.
2 members left and 3 Phoenixes. Rival looking nice and strong. All 5 members sitting at relatively high health. Zenborne taking a good bit of damage, but that's just because of the Phoenix shots. Now it's 1 bird down. They're going to rotate onto the left, and nobody's still available for another 10 seconds.
Welshbeastq really needs to respawn as soon as possible. There's going to be the Zeus ult, just trying to force Rival off of the Phoenix, but it's already been completed, and this is a little bit surprising. Rival going all in right now. We are seeing the respawns start to come through, and they're very low.
Epic uppercut going to be good onto CobbY. Take a little bit of damage from the...
They still got it.
Oh, they still got it. It's still gone. Elexum able to find Zenborne, but at that point, Rival are nice and happy. They took 3 birds. They're going to back off, sift through the jungle once again, and then regroup.
You can see Jeron, or excuse me, Welshbeastq trying to line up that bounce shot, but Atonement not going to allow it to happen. Does get chased down eventually, though. Fire Giant off of him, and actually that was 2 members picked up, so now exceL do have an opportunity to either take a Gold Fury or look to siege up.
This. You don't want to box this.
Yeah.
You didn't want this. Rapio going to be able to take him out with the crow's mark still lingering. That's how you know it was a quick kill. But Rapio now getting chased by 4 members into the Valkyrie's discretion, trying to juke him all hard. He's taking so much damage, and they're popping the Coerce and the Dragon for it. It took 4 members, a couple of ults, but they're able to lock down Rapio.
At the very least, that's a trade in favor of exceL. Again, anytime they're able to take out this Freya, they'll almost lose anyone on their team for it. But what happened was that it took them so long to kill Rapio that they are now not able to do Gold Fury. They're not able to siege anything up. And so that death was in favor of Rival simply because it took too long for it to happen.
They can't capitalize on anything. The Gold Fury was there. Buffs are still available all over the jungle. The right side's been swept clean, but the left side, especially theirs, is still open and ripe for the picking. Zenborne, realizing this, going to go ahead and start on it.
This is the real problem. 3 Phoenixes down. exceL managed to get, you know, an ounce of hope, but Rapio able to stay alive for so much longer. Now there's just so many fire minions to deal with.
They had a small window of opportunity, and that's what I wanted to touch on, is the fire minions are going to be pouring in from each lane, so they can't. They're stuck. Their hands are tied. They can't go and aggress on anything. So taking out Rapio quickly was their only opportunity to take that Gold Fury.
And now Rival, what they're going to be able to do here is they don't even need to just look for an end. All they have to do is keep these waves pressured. Once Fire Giant respawns, go pick that up. Afterwards, just as you pick up Fire Giant, the Phoenixes will be respawning soon. They can clear them out again. You still have the fire waves, and that's when you can look to end. Just make sure that, I would say, Rapio doesn't go off on his own again.
All right,
just stop letting him, you know, he's been able to make some pretty hype plays, I will say, but he doesn't need to always be doing things alone.
All right, it's time for the cliche caster question.
Okay.
What can exceL do? Do they have any hope?
I mean, you always have hope, especially with how Rapio is playing, like I said, kind of getting caught off alone. They really do need mistakes to be made in this scenario. This isn't anything where if Rival play perfectly, they're just going to win, I think. A lot of it comes down to the Zeus as well. Can it get a good ult off? You know, how well timed are the Sanctuaries going to be from Rival to deal with that? Also, if Welshbeastq can find some basics, his build is doing a whole lot of damage right now. He's shredding these frontliners with this Chin, the Aussie, the Titan's Bane, the Executioner. A ton of penetration in that kit.
They're trying to stay in, but they are still 8,000 gold behind. We're pushing the 35-minute marker, which is good for exceL, though, because they're almost level 20. Experience is going to be absolutely null here in just a couple of minutes. If they can wait that long, that's one less thing working against them.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter, because the 2 players who aren't level 20 are the frontliners, the Athena and the Fafnir. Fire Giant is going to get picked up. Nothing exceL can defend. That's a death sentence if they tried to stop that. Even if they can steal it away again, it's not going to work out for them overall, simply because they'd probably have a person. They'd probably have a person to die in that scenario, and then it's better to be, you know, 5 members strong and down a Fire Giant than have that Fire Giant and be down a member.
Phoenix is going to be coming up here soon, and already CobbY wants to come on strong. He's taking a little bit of damage from the tornadoes, but he wants to be strong enough to fend off the bird that's about to come back. If they can get these birds and cultivate them back up, then that's great for exceL. But right now, good taunt coming through. Rival already beelining for this Phoenix and beelining for Jeron in the process. But in the backline, we're going to have the stuns coming out from the cavalry charge. Freya barely getting out. Jeron going to fall, but Gnome going so hard.
Somehow Rapio's still alive. You need to find that kill. It's taking way too long. Mango Man can't do it. Atonement takes him out, and Rapio still juking in a circle. CobbY pushes forward. He's going to take the spill as well. Only Elexum left alive. Rapio knows he did a real good job in that fight. He's going to taunt. The fire minions are strong, and it's going to be a sweep for Rival.
The jukes were so real. I thought he was going to die there, but instead they're going to farm out the kills.
All right,
yeah, a little
Rapio.
bit. Yeah, getting pretty overzealous there. Rapio just waiting, watching Zenborne stuck in this fountain while the rest of the team goes and works on the Titan. The fountain will kill Zenborne, but Rival will kill the Titan for the 2-0.
And nice and easy.
Yeah.
It was actually a little bit rough. exceL doing a great job of battling, I would say, in that match. Saw great plays from Mango Man. There was actually, I mean, between both them and exceL, there was a lot of individual skill we saw there. It's definitely risen in the EUSCL. The issue is just the teamwork and cohesion is really lacking amongst them. Rival and Cyclone, I think, the clear top 2 coming out of the EUSCL, and they're going to be battling against North America's best at the finals.
Yep, they're going to have a lot of points in their favor. Should be 21 points currently with
those wins there.
Yes.
Gauntlet going to be October 31st as well. Don't worry if you're a fan of Excellence or exceL. They still have a shot to make the fall finals. It's going to be a little bit rough but they could still do it.
It's going to be really close, but like you mentioned, all these teams that weren't able to make it from NA and EU are going to sift down, plus be able to duke it out with the Challengers Cup teams.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe the Challengers Cup teams will have surprise. I mean, you go back to season
Cyclone.
1, you know, looking at Titan, you know, the second at World, they were a Challenger team that was able to fight through a wild card battle into the EU regionals and then eventually make it all the way to SWC. You mentioned Cyclone as well, coming in as the Challenger team during these past relegations, able to upset kind of the other favorites, I would say, and now they're heading to LAN.
Doing a great job thus far, but really nice plays. It really shows why, even with these picks, Rival are still on top, looking just absolutely fantastic.
It's just the individual scale, and a lot of it's too the experience. I mean, they've played together for so long at this point. They've only made a couple changes. Watson was someone who was able to just slot right in. There's always those questions when you bring in a new guy, especially someone who's so successful, is how well will he synergize with your team? Is he a person that is just plug and play? And Watson clearly showed he was for this squad, and so it's really no surprise that Rival were able to dominate this region so much.
They won with a shock mid and a raw jungle.
I wouldn't really say it was the raw jungle, but Rapio still making some excellent plays into game 2 on this Freya. Some of them a little bit over anxious, I'd say, trying to make some highlight plays 1v3, but I mean, this is just a great job of abusing the lead he was able to get, recognizes the Athena's out of place, hits the whoop, does enough damage for Kumbhakarna to combine with Watson for that Spirit of the Nine Winds ultimates, and then he just makes sure to confirm the kill with his own ultimate as well. Nice play from him.
The wombo combos were real, even bringing back a throwback with Freya in the jungle. We don't see her often there at all, but just because of her abilities as a magical ADC.
For sure.
But do you have any final thoughts about the split entirely?
I'm going to have thoughts on the full finals, actually. I think that Rival are going to be a lot more competitive than they were last time. Obviously, NA took the top. They were the 2 teams in the finals, but this Rival is a scary squad, and NA cannot expect for them to be walked over like I think they were last time.
Well, fall finals are going to be here in November. Very soon going to have the LAN. Everybody here just to check it out. And if you need more Smite action before we get to that point, the Group C will be starting Friday.
Yep. Just this Friday, we're going to have 4 more teams. It's going to be Energy, reigning world champions, Obey. Hungry for More was picked up by them, for those who don't know. 3rd-seeded Cringe Crew coming in there too. Emilzy going to be back in action. And then Cyclone GG. They have a team in the EUS or SPL as well. They're going to be coming out to this group.
Well, we'll see you guys for the gauntlet next week. From everybody here at hi-rez, the casters, Peckies, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later.